If you are in search of some Halloween dopamine, this is the video for you. In the month of July, I picked up a fair bit of Halloween and horror items. A few books, a bit of decor, I got some new kitchenware, a lot of things that were super exciting to me and just filled me up with so much joy when I picked them up, when I heard about them. I always love seeing what people are bringing into their homes, adding to their bookshelves, and here are all the things that I picked up in the month of July. In July, I picked up 4 books. The first one I actually pre-ordered many months ago because I was really excited by the previous books that I've read from this author, and that is Silver Nitrate by Silvia Moreno Garcia. I'm not a big pre-order person. The last book I pre-ordered, and probably the first in a very long time, was How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix, which I did not enjoy at all. So I hope this pre-order is far more fun for me to read. This story centers around a cursed item. In this case, you have like film, and I believe the setting is in Mexico. The second book I picked up this month is actually going to be one of the most beautiful publications of Dracula that I feel like I have ever encountered. With The Last Voyage of Demeter hitting theaters in like the second week of August, I was like, okay, this is the time for me to read Dracula finally. And that's something I'm gonna be doing really soon, and you'll see my reviews in a video that's coming up. The other 2 books I picked up in July came from the same source, which is the Abominable book subscription box that comes out of the UK. I'm being really intentional at this season in my life of trying to limit the physical books I am purchasing. I am super lucky to have a library that is really well stocked in wide varieties of books, specifically the horror genre, and they also have a lot of really great DVDs too. So because of that, I don't really see the need to have physical books unless they're like my favorites, or they're books that I feel like the editions like Dracula are just so gorgeous. I did cancel the subscription box, but I was really happy with the last shipment that they gave us. So one book that came in was Girls of Little Hope. This book I have never heard of in my life. I'm assuming it's YA because it follows a group of 15-year-old girls. The setting is a small town in California. That's where I live and grew up, so I really like that as a setting. And apparently there's like people who are getting lost, going missing. There's a mystery to be solved. There's like a hidden cave. So hopefully there's like some elements of subterranean horror in this, because that I've discovered very recently is something that is right up my alley. And the other book I got from the Abominable subscription box is going to be The Others of Edenwell. This is a novel that is set within the shadows of World War I. I believe the setting here is probably the UK, and there is some like creature element. There is like one specific line that At Home has released that I have been so into because it really is hitting on that like dark, haunted, kind of like a little bit romantic, Victorian aesthetic that I think of when I think of the Haunted Mansion. But I've only been to my At Home one time because it is kind of out of the way. I need to go there soon again because I have been seeing people online show the full line, like the whole shelves of what that looks like, and there's a few things I'm curious to see in person. But the one time I did go to my At Home, they did have a few things out from that line, and I picked up 2. The first decor piece from this line that I picked up was this tombstone. I love decorating with tombstones because I think cemeteries, graveyards are really like enchanting places and one of my favorite settings in books or movies. And because, you know, I love the Haunted Mansion ride at Disneyland so much, they also feature a graveyard throughout that ride. And so having those kind of little pieces in my home, I think is really reminiscent of that and really recalls that moment along the ride where you kind of get to experience that setting firsthand. It's just little things like this, these little pieces that I feel like give those little touches of Haunted Mansion, along with this really like heavy, good quality framed photo that definitely looks Victorian and just so romantic and really fun too at the same time. Like not too serious. And that's what I really liked about it. I think I go more towards the aesthetics of like haunted, but like happy haunts, not necessarily like scary or creepy. I only picked up one item from Amazon this past month. I don't really get a lot of my Halloween decor online. However, my partner and I are decorating our patio this summer, and he's done a really great job of making it look just so colorful and vibrant. And if you've seen any of my more recent videos where I feature the Jaws sign that's like tin heavy, really great quality, then you'll know exactly what I wanted to put on the other side, which was another tin sign that's like really durable for outside spaces. And of course I had to go with something that was Creature from the Black Lagoon related. Although the sign itself is a little thinner, I really feel like the quality is pretty nice. And it has like that intentionally like old and tarnished kind of treatment to it. And because the setting of the Creature from the Black Lagoon is very much like water based, I thought it'd be really great because the patio is very much like a summer place or like spring where we really hang out. It's not really useful in the winter times when it's super cold. So between that Jaws poster and the one from the Creature of the Black Lagoon movie poster, I think it's like really fun in like a summery horror kind of vibe. One of the more recent Code Oranges, as I'm filming this, is gonna be Michael's. People have generally been really excited about those lines, but I have also heard some people critique the quality of what they've been putting on their shelves and it really not aligning with the prices. One item I did pick up from Michael's though is another item that is for sure a callback to the Haunted Mansion ride. And that is gonna be this like 3 tea light candelabra that is all black, kind of like a matte texture, really heavy, awesome quality. I love the bats that are on there. It really does feel like for the price, I'm getting what I feel like it should look like and it should feel like. And the other item I got from Michael's was this decorative bottle that I have plans to put on my bookshelf. I couldn't pass this one up. It came in other varieties. I think it was like an Edgar Allan Poe one, and then you have like maybe something referencing like Sleepy Hollow, if I remember correctly. But Mary Shelley is my horror queen. There's so much more research I want to do about her, reading about her life and her legacy and her career, and being able to like have her on my book nook, I think is just a wonderful presence because she's really inspirational to me. And plus, we have a little head of Frankenstein as like a little stopper. This is where I picked up the bulk of my items in the month of July. It's so fun not knowing what you're gonna be seeing when you walk into these stores, but also a little bit anxiety inducing if you happen to be like on the lookout for really specific things. I really needed some Halloween themed cups that were useful in a party setting. I love candy corns. I'm totally team candy corn. Let me know if you love them or hate them. They are such a divisive candy. I love it. And not only do I love the taste of candy corn, but I love the aesthetic. I think it's just such a bright and cheery little symbol of Halloween. And these cups will do me really well during my Halloween party. That will be my 2nd annual this October. And then I picked up this dual set of mugs that are again an item that is Universal Monsters themed. I first saw these online and then I went into the stores hoping they would cross my path. The green one says Frank and then the other one says Bride. They're really good quality. I feel like they're a really nice size for the coffee that I like to enjoy. I don't know about your local stores, but my Marshalls and Home Goods have really been slacking on providing really great dishware. Like their mugs and cups, I don't know where they are. They haven't hit the shelves yet. I really am wanting certain items and I haven't been seeing them. So hopefully in the coming weeks, we start to see those hit the shelves. Speaking of candy corns, I finally found a very sought after blanket that I was trying to find last year but couldn't. But this year I did, and I think the trick is that I went really early in July, the second I knew that these stores were putting out Halloween items, to like scour that section of the stores because I know everybody loves this blanket and also the black blanket that has like the white ghosts on it. And those two blankets were like right next to each other and I had to decide between the two. It was a really tough decision because I wanted them both. Both were equally adorable. But the deciding factor was that my couch is black, all black. So having also a almost fully black blanket was really not gonna work. So I went with the candy corns and I'm a happy camper. Another thing I've been hunting for multiple Halloween seasons is going to be the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror cosmetics. I'm not a really big makeup person. I don't spend a lot of money on that. So I did kind of give myself a little bit of permission to find some new makeup palettes. Within the Simpsons Halloween makeup line, the black eyeliner pot and it's like called the Raven. It's like super cute. And then I found a Beetlejuice palette, and then another one that has like ghosts on it. I think it's also looked like a little book. Because the packaging in these products was too cute to throw away, I'm saving it, and I'm gonna be like cutting it up and adding it to my little Halloween journal to kind of decorate the pages. I think it's like thin enough to work and be something that will actually stay when I glue it in. I only picked up one candle this past month. I still have yet to go to Bath and Body Works and see what they have there because pumpkin carving is one of my favorite Halloween scents. But this one, okay, so I smelled it at the store and it gave me totally the vibe, the feeling, the aroma of Halloween. It's a really comforting scent, a little spicy, a little bit sweet, and I really like that it's in simple packaging too. I also picked up two decorative pieces that are very like statuesque. I don't know what it was, but this statue with the little black cat on top of the jack-o'-lantern totally called to mind for me the movie Halloween Town. It just seems like a really cheerful and happy little decorative item. Thinking to my current collection of Halloween items, I don't think I have something like this, and I feel like last year I was really into ghosts and I didn't really pick up a lot of like traditional Halloween decorative items that featured jack-o'-lanterns or pumpkins, and definitely I don't think anything with the black cat. So I think this piece will be something that was well worth purchasing because it kind of fills in a little bit of like a blank spot in my larger collection of Halloween items. Another piece that I was trying to find last year and definitely couldn't. The bust of the Bride of Frankenstein. I have to give credit to my mom for this because she was the one who sent me photos of her Marshalls and how it had like its whole Halloween setup, and she sent it to me, and I don't know what it is about those stores, but their reception is awful. So she was already out of the store when I had texted her back requesting her to purchase it. And I looked at it for the first time and I thought it wasn't like, you know, in pristine condition, but I did like wipe her face a bit. But I have to admit, I am not a really big fan of the light up eyes, and I really wish they did not light up. I'm in no rush to add batteries. I just think it kind of adds a tacky element to it when I feel like it's not necessary. But it's so funny when you actually watch the Bride of Frankenstein movie, which is the sequel to the first Frankenstein. She's literally in it for like 2 minutes. And last but not least, I saved my all-time favorite item from July to the very end for a reason, because he is my pride and joy. So let me set the scene here. I am going to Home Goods. It's like the third or fourth place I've stopped at that day to hunt down some Halloween items. I'm not having a lot of luck and I'm feeling like I should just probably go home. But I walk into the store because you never know when you're hunting, anything could happen. So I walk into the store, I go all the way into the back because I know at this store, this is where the Halloween items will be. And I notice the back of something. So I walk around and I go to see, yes, it is in fact this like plush stand-up Stay Puft that is so well done. My heart exploded. If you saw my Instagram story, that was like my live reaction to stumbling upon this adorable little thing. I do love me some Stay Puft, and I have for quite some time. My pop socket even has a little Stay Puft on it. I'm calling it now. He's probably gonna be my favorite item of Halloween season 2023 that I am purchasing. He brings me so much joy, and I already have another larger Halloween stuffed animal that is Sam from Trick or Treat that also just makes me so happy. So they're gonna be hanging out together on the couch this spooky season, becoming best friends. I feel like I've been pretty lucky in July, seeing things online and then stumbling upon them in the actual stores. Although I do have my little checklist of a few more things I would like to add to my collection between now and Halloween. But there isn't all that much. I think the real big places I'm gonna be hitting is gonna be Spirit Halloween, which they're already starting to open up, and then probably going to like Home Goods, TJ Maxx a little bit more, and then maybe hitting up the Dollar Tree for some DIYs. But I think the bulk of my shopping is kind of coming to an end, which is fine because I do need to take a look at my collection, refresh my memory of what I already have, bring out those boxes, and then make a more intentional list about what I might need to fill those gaps in my home decor, and then also think about what I need to purchase for my Halloween costume this year, and getting all those like more party item specific stuff for the party I host, because I'm that friend in my friend group. I'd be super curious to know, are there any items that I picked up that you're still on the hunt for? Have you picked up anything recently that brought you a lot of joy? Any books you've been adding to your shelves? I'd absolutely love to know. Excited to chat with you all in the comments. And if you're looking for any more kind of haul videos, I'll have my more recent one up here from about a month ago when I picked up some more like Summerween specific items. So definitely give that a click right here if that kind of resonates with you. I'll see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.